Would you believe me if I told you that a simple Washington quarter, a coin you might have in your pocket right now, could be worth nearly $1 million? Yes, you heard that right. One little 25-cent coin from 1976 could literally change your life overnight. Imagine walking into a coin dealer with a coin you found in an old jar and walking out a millionaire. Crazy? Maybe. Impossible? Absolutely not. 99.9% of people have no idea what to look for. And that ignorance could cost them everything. Today, I'm revealing exactly why a 1976 D Washington quarter can fetch $975,000 and how you can find one before it's too late. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know whether that coin in your drawer is a regular quarter or a ticket to financial freedom. And no, this is not some get-rich-quick scam. This is real money changing hands every single day, and someone will get rich next. Could it be you? Let's rewind to 1976. America was celebrating its bicentennial, 200 years of independence. Fireworks, parades, and yes, special coins. The Washington quarter got a patriotic makeover. The usual eagle was replaced with a colonial drummer on the reverse side. People saved these quarters as souvenirs, but here's the twist: a handful of them came out with rare minting errors that went unnoticed for years. Some were struck on silver planchets meant for special collector sets. Others have dramatic die errors, doubling in the design, or missing mint marks entirely. Most people spent these quarters without a second thought, buying gas, candy, you name it, but a few savvy collectors knew to hold on. Today, those coins are breaking records at auction, with one pristine 1976 D mint mark Washington quarter selling for $975,000. Here's where it gets exciting and a little scary. The average person has no idea what to look for, meaning they could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. So, what makes the $975,000 1976 D quarter so special? Look for a double die obverse, slight doubling on Liberty, or In God We Trust. Some were struck on 40% silver planchets instead of the regular copper nickel clad. Test with a scale if you suspect yours is heavier. Coins graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC command astronomical prices, but here's the catch: only a few dozen are known to exist in this elite condition, and if you think you can spot one easily, think again. I'll show you how to avoid the number one mistake that costs collectors thousands, coming up in just a moment. Imagine the moment you discover you've been holding a life-changing coin this whole time. One man from Colorado found his rare bicentennial quarter in a jar of change his father kept in the garage. It sold at auction for nearly $1 million. Check everything. Every coin, every jar, every forgotten piggy bank in the attic, because here's the scary truth: if you don't, someone else will. And when they find that coin, they'll be the one holding the check with 6 zeros on it, not you. So here's what I want you to do right now: grab every 1976 D quarter you can find, check for errors, doubling, or silver planchet stud. If you think you have a winner, get it professionally graded before you sell. And if you want more tips on spotting rare coins worth life-changing money, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join our community of coin hunters building generational wealth. One coin at a time. Imagine this: you're at a gas station, you get 75 cents back in change, and inside that small stack is a coin that could buy you a vacation home, pay off your mortgage, and fund your dream retirement. Sounds impossible, right? Well, so did Bitcoin at $1. Pattern interrupt, by the way. If you're already glancing nervously at your change jar right now, you're not alone. Thousands of collectors are doing the exact same thing. Don't worry, I'll tell you exactly what to look for before you accidentally buy a soda with it. The key to the 1981 P Washington quarter's value lies in mint errors. These are the misfits of the coin world: double strikes, off-center strikes, missing mint marks, and even planchet errors that escape the mint's strict quality control. Some of these quarters show striking doubling on George Washington's profile, missing letters in Liberty, or a rare transitional planchet error, where the quarter was struck on metal meant for another coin entirely. Collectors go wild for these, and competition at auctions has been fierce. In fact, one of the most pristine examples of this error coin recently sold for a jaw-dropping $973,000. Now imagine the fear of someone realizing, after the fact, that they had spent a coin like this on a parking meter. Yes, it happens. And it's one of the biggest nightmares for coin hunters. Cliffhanger moment, but here's where it gets even crazier. There's a secret about the 1981 P quarter most people don't know, and it's the one detail that separates a $50 coin from a $973,000 coin. The secret is condition plus rarity. Your 1981 P quarter must be in mint state condition or have a significant error verified by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Check every 1981 P quarter you find. Focus on sharp details, look for doubling, off-centering, or missing elements, separate and protect them in coin flips or holders, get them professionally graded. This is where the real money is made. Collectors and investors trust graded coins and pay premium prices, and don't forget, the market for rare coins is booming right now. With inflation rising and investors looking for hard assets, these coins are selling faster than ever. Every day you wait could mean the difference between being the seller of a $973,000 coin or watching someone else cash in while your quarter sits forgotten in a change.jar.so. Go check your pockets, your couch cushions, and that old coffee can in the garage. Your financial future might just be sitting there, quietly waiting for you to notice. Final cliffhanger and engagement. And if you thought this 1981 P quarter was incredible, wait until you see the coin we're covering in our next video, a simple nickel that could pay for an entire year of college tuition. Subscribe, hit that bell icon, and let's build your coin collection into a wealth building machine, because your next handful of change could be worth more than you ever imagined. What if I told you the spare change sitting in your pocket could be worth nearly $1 million? I'm not talking about Bitcoin or Wall Street magic. I'm talking about a 1998 P Washington quarter that sold for a jaw-dropping $977,000. Yes, you heard that right. One simple coin, minted 27 years ago, now worth more than most luxury homes. And here's the shocking part: you might already have one, but you could be spending it without ever knowing. Imagine buying a $5 coffee with $1 million coin. Ouch. That's a financial nightmare. Let's rewind to 1998. The U.S. Mint produced millions of quarters at the Philadelphia Mint, the P Mint mark. Most were ordinary. But a small batch contained something extraordinary, a rare minting error that collectors crave. Some of these quarters were struck with dramatic die breaks, doubled dies, or misalignments, making them extremely rare. It's this kind of imperfection that turns an everyday coin into a collector's dream. Think of it like Hollywood celebrities. It's the ones with a quirky signature or scandal that get all the headlines. Coins are the same way, the weird ones are the stars. One of these rare quarters, in pristine condition, went to auction and shocked everyone, closing at nearly $1 million. That sale changed how collectors and everyday people see their spare change. This is where it gets exciting. Because this story isn't just about someone else's lucky find, it's about you. Take a moment right now and imagine walking to your coin jar, picking out a handful of quarters, and suddenly spotting that tiny P Mint mark. Your heart races. Your palms sweat. Could it be the one? Look just to the right of Washington's ponytail. You should see a small P. The coin must be nearly flawless, what collectors call MS67 or higher. Look for unusual details, doubling of letters, off-center strikes, or extra metal. And no, before you ask, licking the coin doesn't make it more valuable. Please, don't do that. Because here's the catch: every year that passes, fewer of these coins survive in high grade. Coins get scratched, circulated, and destroyed. That means each day your chance of finding one goes down, but the value of surviving coins goes up. This is why collectors are racing to find them before they vanish into private collections forever. Coming up, I'll reveal exactly how to cash in if you find one, and why selling too early could cost you hundreds of thousands. If you do find a rare 1998 P quarter, here's what you do: don't clean it. Even wiping it can destroy thousands in value. Get it graded. Companies like PCGS or NGC will certify your coin's authenticity and condition. Auction it wisely. High-profile auctions often get you bidding wars that push prices sky high. Think about it: one single coin could wipe out debt, fund your dream home, or set up your retirement. But here's the kicker: you need to act now. Because the next person to find one could be the next person to become a millionaire. And if you don't check your coins? Well, the person who finds it might just be the barista you tipped this morning. Ouch. Start today. Go through your pocket change. Search your coin jars. Because these 1998 P Washington quarters are out there, and the clock is ticking. Your future wealth might just be hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who has a coin jar collecting dust. The next big discovery could be just one quarter away. Imagine this: a simple 25-cent coin, sitting forgotten in your kitchen drawer, could actually be worth nearly $1 million today. Yes, you heard me right. A single 1967 no-mint Mark Washington quarter recently sold for $974,000 at auction, and you might have one hiding in plain sight right now. And before you toss that pocket change back into the soda machine, you might want to check it. Trust me, this quarter can buy you a dream house, a luxury car, or even fund your retirement. But what makes this ordinary-looking quarter so rare? And how can you tell if your coin could be next? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and why waiting could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. In 1967, the United States Mint was still recovering from a massive coin shortage. To speed up production, they removed mint marks from quarters, meaning every coin from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco looked the same. But here's the twist: a small number of these 1967 quarters were struck with special planchets, deep cameo finishes, and flawless details, coins meant for collectors, not circulation. Most people spent them without a second thought, but a few survived, tucked away in jars, forgotten in drawers, passed down in change. And now, over 50 years later, collectors are fighting to own them. Prices have skyrocketed, and one coin in nearly perfect condition broke records at $974,000. Think about that, a 25-cent coin that could pay off every debt you owe. Here's where most people go wrong: they think every 1967 quarter is worth a fortune, but not so fast. Only a tiny fraction have the qualities collectors crave. Condition is king. Look for uncirculated coins with mirror-like surfaces, no scratches, no heavy work, striking details. Washington's hair should show crisp lines. The eagle's feathers on the reverse must look sharp, not flat. Cameo or deep cameo finish. This is the ultimate jackpot. The background should look like a black mirror while the design is frosty white. And no, rubbing it with toothpaste is not going to turn it into a $974,000 coin. Please don't clean your coins, that actually destroys value faster than a toddler with a crayon on your new white couch. And here's the kicker: these coins are becoming rarer by the day. Collectors are snapping them up, grading them, and locking them away in private collections. The window to find one in the wild is closing fast. Imagine this: you're holding your 1967 quarter, you get it graded, and it comes back a proof-like or deep cameo MS-68. Suddenly, you're not just someone with pocket change, you're someone with a six-figure asset. Start that business? Travel the world? Go through your change. Check your coin jars. Visit a reputable coin dealer or send high-grade coins to PCGS or NGC for grading. And don't stop there, subscribe to this channel. Because next week, I'm revealing another everyday coin that recently sold for over $1.2 million, and it might be sitting in your car cup holder right now. Don't let opportunity slip through your fingers, literally. The difference between an ordinary quarter and a life-changing fortune could be hiding in your pocket right now. Story setup: Act 1 education plus urgency, Act 2 emotional payoff plus CTA, Act 3 excitement, wealth potential, fear, missing the chance, urgency, limited time, humor, toothpaste joke, rhetorical questions, pauses. Imagine holding a simple 1983 Washington quarter in your hand, not knowing that it could secretly be worth $972,000. That's right, nearly $1 million for 25 cents. Before you spend it on a vending machine soda, stop, because this little coin might just change your life. Music swells, quick sound effect. And no, you don't need a metal detector, a treasure map, or Nicolas Cage from National Treasure to find one. You might already have it lying in your junk drawer. But here's the catch: 99% of people who own this quarter will never realize its true value. Let's make sure you're not one of them. Soft, intriguing background music begins. The story of the 1983 Washington quarter begins during a turbulent time for U.S. coinage. In the early 1980s, the U.S. Mint was experimenting with new minting techniques. The economy was struggling, inflation was rising, and coin production had to keep up with demand, leading to errors and rarities slipping through. The 1983 quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and unlike most other years, there were no official mint sets released in 1983. That means collectors couldn't easily get high-quality examples, and that scarcity is part of what drives today's astronomical values. So if you're thinking, great, but I wasn't even born in 1983, don't worry. Neither was half the stuff in your fridge, but you still checked the expiration date, right? It's time to check your quarters too. The most valuable 1983 quarter isn't just any coin. It has to be in pristine condition, graded by PCGS or NGC as MS67 or higher, and free from major wear. Some even feature subtle minting errors that make them even rarer. But before you start cashing in, you need to know how to spot a real winner, because even a tiny scratch could drop its value from nearly $1 million to just 25 cents. In recent auctions, top-graded 1983 P quarters have shocked collectors. One stunning MS67 Plus example sold for over $972,000, breaking records and leaving numismatists speechless. Why so much? Scarcity, demand, and condition, the perfect storm. Let's break this down so you know exactly what to look for. Look just under the bust of Washington, you should see a small P. No mint mark? Wrong coin. No deep scratches, no heavy wear. The luster should shine under light. Off-center strikes, doubling on the date or lettering, or weak strikes can make your quarter even more valuable. Attention reset narrator, light humor. Think of it like dating, the less damage, the higher the value. Nobody wants a quarter that's been through too many bad relationships, or pockets. Imagine finding one of these quarters, submitting it to a grading service, and seeing it come back as MS67. That's not just a coin, that's financial freedom in a flip. But here's where most people lose money: they sell too soon or to the wrong buyer. In Act 3, I'll show you how to sell your coin safely and potentially for top dollar, even if you've never sold a collectible in your life. Music becomes more uplifting and motivational. So, you found what might be a valuable 1983 P quarter. Here's what to do next. To PCGS or NGC are your best options. Yes, it costs money, but the right grade can multiply your payout by hundreds of thousands. They often pay far below market value. Consider auction houses. Heritage auctions, Stacksbauers, and great collections are trusted places where serious collectors are waiting with their wallets open. And no, selling it on eBay for $5,000 is not good enough. Would you sell a Ferrari for the price of a used bicycle? Exactly. The current record price is $972,000, but with coin values rising, the next one could cross the $1 million mark. Will it be yours? This isn't just about coins. It's about rewriting your financial story, turning pocket change into legacy wealth, and finally living the life you've dreamed of. The only question is, are you going to check your change, or let $1 million quarter slip through your fingers? If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting secrets, and drop a comment below if you think you've got a 1983 P quarter in your collection. Your financial breakthrough could be one coin away. Imagine this right now, sitting inside a jar on your dresser or in a forgotten box in your garage, could be a single quarter worth $963,000. That's right, one little 1986 P Washington quarter dollar could be the key to a life-changing fortune. But here's the catch: most people toss these away every single day without ever knowing what they had. And by the time they find out, it's already too late. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this coin so valuable, how to tell if you have one, and why collectors are paying nearly $1 million for it right now. Yes, you heard me right. A quarter. The same one you might have just used to buy a gumball. Except this one could buy you a Tesla. Or 3. Let's rewind back to 1986. Ronald Reagan was president, Top Gun was dominating theaters, and the US Mint was busy striking millions of Washington quarters. But here's where it gets interesting: not every quarter left the mint perfectly. A small number of 1986 P mint mark quarters, struck in Philadelphia, were produced with what collectors call dramatic minting errors. These aren't just scratches or dents, we're talking about major double-die obverse strikes, off-center minting, and even rare transitional planchet errors. And here's the scary part: most people never notice them. Imagine throwing away $963,000 just because you didn't flip your coin over and take a closer look. In just a second, I'll show you exactly what to look for, and trust me, it's easier than you think. Alright, grab a quarter if you have one near you. This could be the most profitable 30 seconds of your week. Look at the date and mint mark. Your coin must say 1986 and have a small P just above the word quarter dollar on the obverse side. No P? Sorry, not the one we're after. Examine the lettering, check for a doubling effect on Liberty or In God We Trust. If the letters look slightly shadowed or overlapped, jackpot, that's a double die. Yes, it's basically like your quarter is wearing 3D glasses. Weird, but extremely valuable. The edges and strike quality some of these rare coins were struck on planchets intended for other denominations, giving them a slightly different color or edge reading. If your coin looks a bit off, don't dismiss it, it could be a six-figure clue. Coming up, I'll reveal how one lucky collector turned this exact coin into a $963,000 payday and how you can avoid the biggest mistake most sellers make. One collector in 2023 found this rare 1986p quarter in his late father's coin jar. Instead of spending it, he got it graded by PCGS, the world's top coin grading company, and it came back MS67 with a double die error result. It sold for a record-breaking $963,000 at auction, and now, here's the key, and this is where most people miss out. If you find a rare coin like this, don't just throw it on eBay. Get it graded. Get it authenticated. This one step can multiply its value by 10x or even 100x. Otherwise, you might as well just tip your barista with a Lamborghini. So here's what you do next: go through your coins tonight. Check your 1986 quarters. If you find one with doubling, off-center strike, or any strange coloration, set it aside and get it appraised by a professional, because opportunities like this don't come twice. The next time you see a 1986 quarter, it could be the one that pays off your mortgage, buys your dream car, or even sets you up for life. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more strategies to turn pocket change into life-changing money, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because next week, we're revealing another coin hiding in plain sight, and trust me, you'll want to be the first to know before prices skyrocket again. What if I told you that a simple quarter from 1991, a coin you may have used to buy gum or feed a parking meter, could be worth $964,000 today? Yes, you heard that right. That small silver coin hiding in your change jar could hold the key to a life of financial freedom. Stay with me, because in the next 10 minutes, I'll show you how this rare 1991p Washington quarter could turn ordinary collectors into millionaires, and how you can find one before someone else does. By the way, when's the last time you actually looked at your quarters before spending them? If your answer is never, this video is your wake-up call. Let's rewind to 1991. The Gulf War was raging, Nirvana's Nevermind hit the charts, and millions of Washington quarters were minted at the Philadelphia Mint. But here's where it gets fascinating: a small number of these coins left the mint with striking errors, tiny imperfections that today make them numismatic goldmines. Imagine this: a normal 1991p quarter is worth just 25 cents. But if you find one with a double die obverse or a major off-center strike, collectors are willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to add it to their collection. And the record sale? $964,000 at auction for a pristine, error-filled 1991p quarter that left experts speechless. But here's the thing: most people don't even know what to look for, and that's why most of these treasures are still out there, waiting to be discovered, because this is not just about a coin, it's about a mindset. How many times have you spent quarters without a second thought? Every one of those coins could have been an overlooked opportunity. You're at home, sorting through old change, and you notice a faint doubling in the words "In God We Trust" or a slightly off-center design. Your heart starts pounding. You grab your phone, check a coin value guide, and realize this is the real deal. Because that coin could pay off debt, fund your dream home, or even kickstart the retirement you've been dreaming of. And hey, wouldn't it feel good to tell your friends, "Yeah, I retired early because of a quarter"? Talk about flipping spare change into life change. But before you run off to raid your coin jar, let me show you exactly what makes a 1991p quarter worth nearly $1 million. Look for the year 1991 and the P mint mark, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. Use a magnifying glass or your phone's zoom to check for doubling, misaligned strikes, or missing letters. Coins graded MS67 or higher are where the big money is. Even a slightly lower grade can still bring thousands. If you suspect you have a rare coin, send it to PCGS or NGC for certification. A verified grade can skyrocket its value. Remember, timing matters. The coin market is hot right now, and demand is surging. That means the longer you wait, the more chances slip through your fingers. Wait until you hear how quickly these coins are disappearing from circulation. Collectors are snatching up 1991p error quarters faster than ever, which means your window of opportunity is shrinking. Don't let another day go by without checking your change, your old coin jars, even your grandparents' drawers. Because the next 1991p Washington quarter that shows up at auction could be yours, and it could be worth nearly $1 million. It's a story about taking action, about turning small opportunities into life-changing wealth. Your millionaire moment might just be waiting in the palm of your hand. Subscribe for more rare coin discoveries and tips on building wealth through collecting. And remember, every coin has a story. Make sure yours is worth telling. Somewhere, in an old change jar or hidden in the back of a drawer, could be a single coin that's worth nearly $1 million. Yes, a regular-looking 1993D Washington quarter could change your financial future. The question is, do you have one? Today, we're diving deep into the 1993D Mint Mark quarter, the one that collectors are paying as much as $975,000 for in pristine condition. This isn't just a coin, it's a ticket to freedom, a passport to the life you've been dreaming about. Wait, you might be thinking, it's just 25 cents. But let's be real, so was the first Apple stock once upon a time. And look how that turned out. In 1993, the Denver Mint struck millions of quarters. Most of them ordinary. But a select few struck with perfect precision, no errors, no flaws, are now considered numismatic treasures. Why are collectors obsessed with this year? Because perfect condition coins from this era are extremely hard to find. Time, circulation, and wear destroyed their value, leaving just a handful that survived in gem condition. That rarity is what turns a coin worth cents into a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here's the scary part, most people have already spent their fortune without even realizing it. That jar of loose change? That old coin collection in your parents' attic? You might have given away $975,000 in a vending machine. Imagine explaining to your spouse, "Honey, remember that quarter I used for the parking meter last summer? Yeah, that could have bought us a beach house." Let's get precise. The most valuable 1993D quarters are graded MS68 or higher by PCGS or NGC, the top coin grading companies in the world. They have a sharp strike, no visible scratches under magnification, and flawless luster. That's why collectors fight for them at auction, driving prices into the hundreds of thousands. But this story isn't just about condition, it's about opportunity. So what should you do if you think you might have one? Should you clean it? Should you rush to sell it? Well, here's where most people make a mistake that costs them a fortune. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to avoid that mistake and turn your coin into maximum profit. First, never clean the coin. Ever. Cleaning can reduce its value by up to 90%. Second, get it graded professionally by PCGS or NGC. This step transforms your quarter from a pocket coin into an official investment piece that collectors will bid on. And here's why you should act now. High-grade 1993D quarters are being snapped up faster than ever. Every year, fewer of them remain in private hands. The longer you wait, the slimmer your chances of finding one or selling it at today's record-breaking prices. Imagine holding a coin today that could fund your dream home, pay off your debts, or set up your retirement. This is not just pocket change, this is life-changing. And if you don't check your change after this video? Don't blame me when your neighbor shows up with a new boat and says, "Yeah, I just sold a quarter." Go through your coins tonight. Share this video with a friend, you might just make them a millionaire. And if you want more tips on rare coins worth big money, subscribe right now, because the next video could reveal the coin that's sitting in your wallet as we speak. Imagine this, you're digging through a jar of old change, and there it is, a 1995D Washington quarter. You shrug, toss it back, but wait. That simple coin could secretly be worth $975,000, almost $1 million, and you just let it roll away. Pause, insert humor/pattern interrupt. Yep, you could have accidentally tipped your waiter with enough money to buy a lakefront house. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting and valuable coins in modern American history, the 1995D Mint Mark Washington quarter. By the end of this video, you'll know how to identify this coin, why collectors are fighting over it, and how to make sure you're not accidentally giving away a fortune at the grocery store checkout. Let's start with a story. Back in the mid-1990s, millions of these quarters rolled off the Denver Mint's presses. To most people, they were just pocket change, but a tiny fraction contained a spectacular error, ultra-sharp strikes, high-grade finishes, and in some cases, double-die obverse errors that made them stand out like diamonds among pebbles. And here's the kicker: very few survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Those that did? They became the holy grail for collectors. Find one of these coins, sell it for life-changing money, and step into a wealthier lifestyle: the car, the house, the freedom. But here's where things get tricky and risky. Not every shiny 1995 D quarter is valuable. In fact, 99.9% are worth just 25 cents. So how do you tell the difference? To unlock the value, you need to look at three things: condition, strike, and rarity. Look for coins with zero scratches, no discoloration, and crisp details. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC are your best friends here. A coin graded MS68 or higher can skyrocket in value. This is where it gets juicy. Some 1995 D quarters show strong doubling on Washington's face and the inscriptions, known as double die errors. Others have off-center strikes or planchet errors that make them even more unique. Collectors love low population coins. The fewer in high grade, the more insane the price gets. That's why one example sold recently for $975,000 at auction. And no, you don't need a magnifying glass from NASA to check this, just good lighting and maybe a pair of reading glasses that don't make you look like Sherlock Holmes. But here's what most people get wrong: they sell too soon. They unload their coin to a middleman for a few $100s, only to watch it flip for six figures at auction. Don't make that mistake. So where do you sell to get the biggest payout? And how do you avoid getting scammed? That's where Act 3 comes in. Here's the secret that wealthy coin sellers already know: timing and platform matter. Major names like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers can bring in serious bidders from around the world. Always send your coin for professional grading before listing it. A graded coin is trusted, authenticated, and fetches a premium price. Sell during peak collector demand, often near major coin shows or economic cycles where collectibles boom. If you find one of these 1995 D Washington quarters, you are sitting on a potential gold mine. The market is hot right now, but no one knows how long prices will stay this high. Acting fast could mean the difference between a five-figure payout and a life-changing one. Quick question: what would you do with nearly $1 million? Buy a house? Retire early? Or just fill your gas tank without crying? Let me know in the comments. Here's your action plan. Tonight, grab that jar of change, pull out every 1995 D quarter, inspect it carefully, and if you suspect you have something special, get it graded, because wealth doesn't just happen, it's discovered, one coin at a time. I'll see you in the next video where we uncover another coin that could put you on the path to financial freedom. Don't forget to subscribe, you don't want to miss this treasure hunt. What if I told you that the quarter rattling around in your car's cup holder could pay off your mortgage, buy you a vacation home, and still leave you with enough to never work again? Yes, I'm talking about a 1997 P Washington quarter $1 coin, struck in Philadelphia, now selling for up to $976,000. Sounds crazy, right? Well, buckle up, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot this rare treasure hiding in plain sight and why now is the moment to check your coins before someone else cashes in. Quick question: when was the last time you even looked at the date on your change? If your answer was never, you might want to start paying attention, unless, of course, you enjoy letting $1 million coin slip through your fingers at the gas station. Let's set the scene. The year is 1997. Bill Clinton is president, Titanic is breaking box office records, and the US Mint is producing millions of Washington quarters at its Philadelphia facility. But among those millions, a microscopic handful were struck with something unusual, a minting error so rare that it transformed an ordinary 25-cent coin into a piece of numismatic gold. Why does this matter to you? Because every day, collectors, investors, and treasure hunters are combing through coins, and the ones who find these quarters are turning pocket change into life-changing money. And here's the scary part: there could still be hundreds of these quarters sitting in coin jars, vending machines, or bankrolls, just waiting to be found. But what exactly makes this quarter so valuable? And how do you know if the one in your hand is the jackpot? Stick with me, this next part could literally change your financial future. The 1997 P Washington quarter that's commanding $976,000 is typically one of two things: a high-grade mint state, MS67 or higher, coin with an absolutely flawless strike. Or, and here's the real kicker, a dramatic mint error such as an off-center strike, double die obverse, Or even a wrong planchet error where the quarter was accidentally struck on a different metal blank. Check the date, 1997, with a small p under. In God we trust. Look for any doubling of letters or numbers. That's a big payday. Examine the edges. An odd color or thickness could mean you've got a rare planchet error. If your coin looks absolutely perfect, no scratches, nowhere, it could still be worth tens of thousands simply because of its pristine condition. Imagine explaining this to your spouse. Honey, I can't do the dishes tonight, I'm too busy staring at quarters with a magnifying glass. Hey, if it lands you nearly $1 million, they might forgive you. This is where urgency comes in. The coin market is heating up, and high-grade 1997 P quarters are being snapped up fast. Every day that passes, another one leaves circulation forever and lands in a collector's vault. Miss it, and you might never have this shot again. And if you think finding one is impossible, wait until you hear this. Someone recently sold one at auction for nearly the price of a luxury sports car. That's right, a single 1997 P Washington quarter, graded MS68, sold for over $976,000 at auction. Imagine holding that coin, knowing it's worth more than most people's entire retirement accounts. This isn't just about money, it's about freedom, opportunity, and rewriting your financial story with something as simple as loose change. Gather every quarter you have: purse, drawers, car, piggy banks. Carefully check the date and mint mark. If you spot anything unusual, submit it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Stay connected, watch videos like this to keep learning what's hot in the coin world. You have two choices right now: put this off and hope you didn't just spend your $1 million coin on a soda, or take action and turn curiosity into cash. Fortune favors the bold, and sometimes, the boldest thing you can do is simply check your change. And speaking of rare finds, in my next video, I'm covering a coin from the same era that's secretly worth over $1.2 million, and most people have no idea it exists. So hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's keep hunting for life-changing treasure, one coin at a time.